Good morning from another beautiful day in Jerusalem. Actually, even a little chilly now. It's September 2022, and although there's a lot of wind, wait a minute, soon you won't feel it. But we are at Jaffa Gate, and today we will go outside the walls from Jaffa Gate to the new gate. It's like let's say 1 mile, a bit more than that, and then this is an interesting and different tour that you can take. Chilly. Then, I'm looking for the shade. Here it is. This is Jaffa Gate. There's a gap between the walls here, mainly because the Kaiser of Germany at that time asked the Ottomans to open road for his carriage, and from that time, as you can see, we have too many cars in the whole city. Then please take care. In the Ottomans' time, you could see here a clock tower, but the British didn't like it, then they turned it down, and you can see the triangle marks. That used to be part of the roof of a building that the British didn't like as well. Then let me show you. Green Dimple, one of the entrances, or the main entrance to the gate. As you can see, you cannot enter straight into the city because we are talking about enemies who are entering the city. And at the Ottomans' time, on the doors you can see the sign of the star and the moon, but the British didn't like it. New regime, new rules. 2 days ago, I uploaded to the Instagram and my professional Facebook some stones that I took a picture of them to show you that there are different stones of the wall. Now there are two kinds of walls. The wall that we are going to do now is not the wall of the temple, it's the wall of the city, and it was built at the 16th century by the Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman Sultan. And look at the birds. Hello, pigeons. And when he built the wall, he used so many different kinds of stones. It's like a secondary use. And you can see stones that you found. It might be, it looks like a little bit like a Rhodian stone. And soon you will see a stone with the inscription of it, a few like that, but this time it will be of the 10th league, the Roman League, who actually conquered Jerusalem at 70 AD, destroyed the city together with Titus and Vespasianus. You can see the towers that he built from time to time to cover every part of the wall. Remember, if you are building a wall, we're usually building it against enemies. From time to time, the Israeli government are dealing with the stones, cleaning it, checking that every stone is on the spot. I'm looking. Here it is. I found the can. Here it is. Remember, in the Facebook, you can see the F and the X to the right of it. This is part of the Roman League who've been here and kept the city as a captive city. I mean, there were two leagues. Roman leagues, two army camps, or main army camps in Israel at that time. One of them was here in Jerusalem. The other one was at Armageddon. It's a real site and a beautiful site in Israel. If you want to visit it through my videos, then don't forget to subscribe my channel and look for Armageddon or Megiddo. If you want to find it, send me a message and I will send you the link for it. I mean, if you actually know this thing, we are climbing up. Soon you will see another gate, but we are heading to the northern part of the wall and the city, and the wall there wasn't so strong to defend, mainly because the other part is higher than the city, and that's where the Crusader entered to the city from the northern part. Look at the doggy and the woman, but this is the moat that Crusader built at the northern part of the wall. They did it because they knew that if they entered the city from there, then it's better to defend it. In their time, and actually before that, you could see here a big tower that protect that place. Today there's not a lot of evidence for it. This is part of the moat and the Crusader wall. You can see some rooms here. Then in a way we are walking between the two walls, that one and that one, and the moat. Today it's a beautiful garden. That part is the Christian quarter outside the walls of Jerusalem. Around 80-60 people started to go out of the wall. It was difficult to live inside the city, too dirty, too expensive. But the first one who did it were the Institute. And here, because that's the Christian quarter, this is the Institute of the Christians. For example, 170 years ago, that building, which is a hospice, was built. They celebrated it exactly like I think a week ago. Next to it, Notre Dame de Sion, which is today a wonderful hotel and excellent restaurant on the fourth floor of it. And because it was difficult to enter to the Christian quarter, which is just at the right side of the wall, they asked the Ottomans to open them another gate. And this is the newest gate. It's called the New Gate. It's from 1889. It's not from the 16th century. It's called Abdul Hamid II Gate because that was the Sultan who built it. Al Jadid Gate, which is the new gate in English, and in Hebrew, Hashar al-Khadash. You can see here that it's more difficult to defend those kind of walls. And we are at the northern part of the city already. We are leaving the west part of Jerusalem, which is the Jewish part, and entering to the Palestinian or to the Arab part in East Jerusalem. It's like two different kind of culture cities. And you can see the light rail that I used today. Hello, pigeons and raven. We are heading now to one of the most beautiful, no, actually the most beautiful gate of Jerusalem. And for so many years it was a very important gate. Now you can see that crazy man, then he's crazy, but he can survive. And I'm not talking about crazy like illness. I think it's he's full with hate, that craziness. Before I forget, Mount Scopus and Mount of Olives is in the background. Look how beautiful it is. Jerusalem Council, Jerusalem city built a beautiful park around the walls of the city. Then you can actually walk around it, at least in most of the parts of the walls. Some of it is owned by the Muslims as a cemetery, but you can actually walk through it. And look at the Greek Orthodox monk, it's beautiful. Someone told me that I'm using the word beautiful, too many times. And it's correct, but that's me. I'm trying to use different words, but I'm so in the video. I've been blessed that I can live in the Holy Land and visit Jerusalem and other places almost every day. Then we're heading to Damascus Gate. The way to Damascus started from there. And one of the comments that I got early morning is, can you show us the way of Damascus, the way that St. Paul used. At that time it's actually called Shaul. Then let me tell you what we did until now. We started from Jaffa Gate. We went to the new gate, and now we're heading to Damascus Gate, and then to the Flower Gate. This is the Muslim quarter. Let's continue. Until 1967, that part was part of Jordan. Jordan occupied future Palestine and occupied the old city. The old city was supposed to be owned by United Nations, not by Israel and not by Palestine. And the word Palestine, soon you will understand that the word Palestine is another word of Israel. It's a punishment that Herod Adrian gave to us because we were against, the Jews were against the Romans for the second time. First time the Romans destroyed the Jewish temple, that's 70 AD. The second time it was Bar Kokhba revolt, 132 AD, and that's where Adrian decided to changed the name of the city to Alia Capitolina by his family name, but as you can understand, only few of you knows that name. But he changed the name of Israel to Palestine, and lately it became to be a political statement. Who are the Palestinians? My mother, she died a year ago, but she was a Palestinian woman. She was born in Palestine, Israel. You can hear the bells of St. Salvador Church. Remember, that's the inner Christian quarter of the city. I mean, in the wall. Why I was talking about Adrian here, mainly because he built here Triumph arch. Before that, I mean, beneath it, you could find an Herodian tower, and now you can see the Ottoman gate of Damascus. It's like a city on top of a city on top of a city on top of a city. Jerusalem been destroyed so many times. I'm thinking about that man, and I feel pity for him. I'm so sorry if I said something bad, because I forgive him. Then this is already Eastern Jerusalem. You can see, you will be able to hear a lot of no thank you soldiers, mainly because it's quite a sensitive area, and this is the most beautiful gate of Damascus. In Hebrew, Shar Shechem, in Arabic, and this is beautiful, Bab el Jadid. Bab el Amud, because somewhere here there was a column, and we believe that the statue of Hadrian was on top of it. And look at the lower part, and the lower part, if you see, the sun is in my eyes that I'm trying to show it. Ah, here. Yeah, now we can see the gate. This is part of the Triumph Gate that Hadrian built himself, or they built it for him around 132, or not more than 135. Damascus Gate, a beautiful gate. We will continue through the new gate, but you can see here a beautiful street. It will lead you to the garden tomb. It's not a church, it's a compound. This is the second option of Jesus' tomb. Now I know that some of you will look at me and I got someone asked me, are you sure that there were two tombs of Jesus? Then the answer is I'm sure that originally there was only one tomb, but two options now. The main one, Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which at the time of Jesus was outside the city. Remember, that wall is from 16th century, and Jesus' time was 16th century before. Then the city was different than the city of today. I'm trying to avoid the sun, but you can see that it's very difficult to defend that part of the city, the northern part. Then Church of England and some other Protestant. They will, at the 19th century, they looked for a different option, and they found one. They found a place that looked like a skull, Golgotha in Hebrew, a skull in English, Calvary. And today it's next to the Palestinian or East Jerusalem Central bus station. Before we will see it, You can see already part of the Calvary. I want you to look at. Oh, they open it! Wow, they open it! Sadakaya Cave. Wow! It's a beautiful place to visit. It's a quarry that was built. Some people believe that it's from King Solomon, some people believe that it's from King Herod, but most of the city, or a lot of the city, was built with it. It's such a beautiful place to visit. I'm not going in now for that. You can actually watch it in my video, and you can see the Calvary of the Garden Tomb. That's the name of the second option. And the green trees there is part of the Garden of Joseph of Arimathea, according to the Church of England. Some people are very annoyed that the central bus station is next to that holy site, but let me tell you something. The Romans used to crucify people outside the gate because that was the best place to visit. And if it's the best place to visit, it means that to build central bus station is excellent because so many people are walking through it. Then in that case, it actually makes it even stronger. The idea that that's the option or second option of the tomb of Jesus. Garden Tomb. You can actually visit my YouTube channel and look for it. There's a lot of information about that too. We're heading to the third gate of the city, but I'm trying to avoid the sun. We are heading now east. We are the northern part of the city, but we're heading to the east. Then the sun is in our eyes. It's 7 a.m. Yeah, 7 in the morning. Very early, 7:30. You can see the children are going to school. The next gate is called the Flower Gate, or Herod's Gate, or Bab el-Zahra. Let's start with the Arabic name. In that case, Bab el-Zahra, it's the name of the dead people walking, nighttime, spooky things. Now, I didn't talk about it, but I don't know if you saw the upper part of the Calvary was a cemetery, a Muslim cemetery. And there was a lot of rumors about what's happening at nighttime. No, until today there are rumors like that in every cemetery. And that is Bab el-Zahra neighborhood. And if you will change it to Bab el-Zahra, it means, and I'm sure that I'm destroying the names in Arabic, it's the Flowers Gate, and that is another common name, at least the Hebrew name for the gate. Look at the olive tree, and look at the, oh, sorry, I don't want to disturb you. Now I know why there are a lot of pigeons here. Olive tree with olive fruit on top of it. Then it's a beautiful place to visit. I do have a nice video that takes you from Bab el-Zahra, Flower Gate, Herod Gate, to the Lions Gate and St. Anne Church and Bethesda Pools. And King Herod's Gate, it's a wrong name to the idea that Herod Antipas Palace was there. Now the entrance wasn't from here. This is the new entrance. Originally, just like other gates, except of the new gate, the idea is not to enter straight in. Remember, the gates are supposed to avoid enemies. Then the original entrance of the new gate is from here. Let's continue a little bit. I want you to see the end of the wall, of the northern wall. And maybe later on I will continue the tour to the north, to the eastern wall, and then the southern wall, and back to Jaffa Gate. And you will have a lot of information of the 8 gates of Jerusalem. You saw today Jaffa Gate, the New Gate, Damascus Gate, and the Flower Gate. And you saw 4 of the 8. And that is school time. They are announcing something there. Go out. Oh, it reminds me what my school in elementary school, we used to do some exercise. Well, cannot even say that it was exercise. We just move our body a little bit to make it, I don't know, to give us a little bit more energy. And this is the school, and next to it is a beautiful museum that was built by the British. It's called the Rockefeller Museum, by the Rockefeller family from the States. Today it's part of the Israeli Museum. It's a beautiful place to visit. Sorry about the noise. And look how beautiful it is. There are a lot of inscriptions. Mostly are honoring Suleiman the Magnificent, and the one who now later on renovated it. Then in 27 minutes we actually make a round tour of let's see, almost half of the city. Then you can understand that it's not a big city. It's like 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, half a mile by half a mile. But there are so many things to see here, and this is the beauty of it. Look how beautiful is Rockefeller Museum. It's beautiful from the outside and from the inside. As you can see, if you will continue straight or turn right, you will reach Mount of Olives, and that soon will be the end of the tour. Did you subscribe my channel? Did you? Thank you very much. If you want to help me, if you want me to continue to do those beautiful videos, I hope it's beautiful, you can support me through Buy Me a Coffee, and support me by PayPal. The links are at the description of the video, and if you won't find it, you can always ask me and I will send you the link for it. This is the end of the walls of Jerusalem, the northern wall, and you can see already Mount of Olives and Mount Kapos. The Mormon University is there. Augusta Victoria is the big tower that you see on top of Mount of Olives. And yesterday I was visiting, 2 days ago as well, Mount of Olives. It's a beautiful tour, and even that tour is on my channel. Then feel free to watch it. I want you to see the corner of those two walls, of the northern wall and the eastern wall of the city. Oh, now it's clean and they turn it into a beautiful parking place, which I'm happy to hear. Then here it is. If I will continue, let's say another 5 minutes, I will reach the Lions Gate, but that will be in our, let's say, next video. Then it was a pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much.